Hello everyone, thank you for watching my video from GreenMangoes. And today's videos I would like to talk to you about a coffee tree. And I would never imagine I would grow coffee tree here in Las Vegas. But I've had a coffee tree for the past few months, and I would like to share some tips with you how to successfully grow a coffee tree. And when I bought the coffee tree from the nursery, it wasn't in the greatest condition, so I didn't have too much hope for it. And I tried many different things, but finally, after many leaves have dropped, I finally managed to learn how it works, and I want to share those knowledge with you so that you can take that with you, and hopefully you can apply it to your coffee tree and make it as healthy as possible. And the first tip that I would like to share with you is that the pot size of the coffee tree is very important. When I bought the coffee tree, it was about 2 years old, and I repotted into a 15-gallon, which was too big of a pot. So I just found out that coffee tree likes to be in a smaller container as its size, and only repot when it needs to be. And when you can feel the root bounce, then go to bigger size. Go small incremental pot size, little by little. So when I bought it, it was about 3-gallon size, but then I went all the way to 15-gallon size, which didn't work out so well. The second tips I like to give to you is the temperature. Coffee trees grow in tropical climate, which means that it grows well above 50 degrees and below 105 degrees. So when it was really cold here in Vegas, I bought it out and I started seeing leaves curling up, and I didn't know what's going on. So when I looked it up and found out that this tree needs to be acclimated to weather and to full sun, so I brought it back inside, baby it again, and once it started to be green again, I brought it outside. And that which leads to the third points that I like to make, the third tips, which is coffee tree needs to be acclimated to sun. It loves full sun, but it needs to be acclimated to the sun, which means that if it stay indoor for the past 2 months and all of a sudden you brought it outside in the full sun, it doesn't like that. So bring it out a couple hours on the first day, then a few more hours on the third day, and then move it up little by little. That way the trees can get used to the new environment, the new sun. But it grows very well when it gets full sun. So if possible, get acclimated, and during the bright sun summer season, bring them outside and they'll grow very, very fast. The fourth tip that I would like to give you is that watering this coffee tree is very important. Although that it loves to be watered, but it needs a dry out period of about a couple of days, a few days, 2-3 days. So if you water it and it's saturated and water sits in the pot, it will get root rot. Please stay away from that. If you water it and get the soil moist on the top, let it dry out for 2 to 3 days, and then water it again. The trees get root rot very easy, so that keep in mind that when you do water, please let it dry out before you water again. Otherwise, and very important, I grow this coffee tree in a container so that I can control its environment. This trees are tropical coffee trees are tropical tree, so it doesn't grow here in the Las Vegas area. It gets too dry here. There's no humidity, and the heat get all the way up to 115 degrees, so it doesn't grow well. So I grow it in a container. That way, when it's get really cold, I can bring it inside, or when it gets and then when it gets warmer, I bring it outside, and then when it gets really hot, above 100 degrees, then I bring it back inside. So when you do water, please make sure that you let it dry. Very, very important. Which leads to the final tip I'd like to give to you is fertilizing this tree. This tree likes to be fed. I feed it once every 2 months. If you don't, then you start seeing leaves being yellow, start dropping, and furthermore, the trees that I grow is in the pot, so which means that when you do water it, the fruit get washed away to the bottom. So this, if you plant it in the ground, maybe every 3 months, but if it's in the pot, please feed it every 2 months, because it loves to be fed, and that's the only way for the trees to grow very well. And by evidence, when I do follow that feeding schedule, the foliage get very green, very healthy, and the leaves is very glossy, very pretty. So that's it. Those are all the tips that I've learned throughout my adventure of growing the coffee tree. And if you apply them, I'm pretty sure you can have a healthy coffee tree. And I do know that this tree doesn't rely on the big size to bear fruits, the coffee cherry. As soon as it gets to 3 or 4 years and you're allowed to upgrade to bigger pot size, where it can accommodate the bigger root size of about 10 gallons to 15 gallons pot size, that is when your coffee tree will have some coffee cherries, and then you can roast your coffee. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you have success with your coffee tree as well, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, GreenMangoes, and my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize my channel. So please help me out and hit the subscribe button and click on the bell to get notification each time I make a new video. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.